Hey guys. I'll just wait until we get someone coming in. A little bit dry in the throat at the moment. I'll just wait until we get someone coming in. Hello, Clarence. How are you? Thanks for dropping in. I've only come on this afternoon just to give a bit of a quick update on my situation with relation to my cancer. Yeah, a little bit of good news today, in that they're only going to give me, I'm good. They're only going to give me another 4 more treatments starting Monday through to Thursday of next week. So that, in my mind, that's a good thing, because it's a little bit shorter than the time I actually anticipated. I thought it was going to be here for at least another 3 weeks, but they say that the treatment has been going really well. So it makes me feel a little bit happy in that, I've only got 4 days left. So how have I been during my treatment? Well, my treatment itself has taken a little bit of time before I have started to feel the effects. And I'm only really starting to feel them now, but the doctors and the surgeons and all that reassure me that that's okay. What I'm going through now and what I'm experiencing now is okay. Even though I feel pretty tired, most of the days feel quite lethargic, and I've got other issues going on. My hips feel quite sore, and I feel a little bit sick at times, but that's all down to obviously the radiation. Clarence, I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. Please excuse my dry throat, because this is also part of this cancer treatment that I'm going through. My throat becomes very dry very quickly, and and I'm always trying to clear my throat. No matter how much water I drink, I still have this. But as I said before, I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm happy that I've only got a few days left of this. Then maybe I can start getting back to normality and recover sooner rather than later. They've told me that it's going to take me approximately 6 weeks to recover from all the after effects of the treatment this last few weeks. So yeah, I'm feeling good in myself, and I can feel changes in my body, etc. But I am looking forward to just getting back to normal, and hope that I can get back to the Philippines as quickly as possible. It has been now, oh my God, it's 2 years now I've been stuck here, and I only meant to come here for 10 days, but probably that was a good thing that I did get stuck, because then I found out the issues I had going on at that time, and one being bladder cancer, which took a long time to get over, and I'm over that one. And the one that I'm going through now is prostate cancer, but there's good signs there that everything is going to be fine in the end. So, I cross my fingers, I pray to God, and that everything will be fine from then on in. I do miss my family, though. I miss my my two ladies over there. Although we talk every day and we keep in touch, it's not the same as being there to talk to them personally, as you're probably well aware. So yeah, that's from now on in, it's uphill, I believe, and hope that everything is well in the next 6 weeks. I'll get a checkup in 6 weeks' time, and hopefully that will determine whether I have to have further treatment or not. But hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling quite healthy, except for one other thing. This weight, my God. Because I'm on hormone treatment to stop the testosterone going through my body, which cancer uses to generate, I've piled on another 5 kilograms. Normally I run around about 67, 68 kilograms. And now I'm getting very close to 75. But I believe that's only short term. So as long as that that hormone treatment, that implant that they put into my stomach is working, and when that's over, then I should be able to see a bit of a decrease in my body weight again. Even though today I'm still exercising, I still do a reasonable amount of exercising, but I can't push as heavy weights as I was prior to the treatment because I haven't got the testosterone there to push me on. But I'm doing good. How to prevent prostate cancer? Well, Clarence, I'm going to say something to you. You cannot prevent it, but you can help yourself by not making it worse. All you have to do is you go, depending on what your age is. Normally people say from 40 upwards should go annually to their doctor to have a PSA count done. And that's quite simple. I left it until I was in my 60s, and hence the reason me going through the issues I'm going through now. But if you go and have a PSA count taken at your doctor's, it just means I'm taking some blood, looking at it, in the lab, and then within 2 to 3 days you'll see your prostate levels. Normal prostate levels should be around 4 and below. I left mine until it was 5, and my physician, my doctor, kept saying to me, "It's okay, take these tablets, but those tablets didn't work. And I had my prostate levels checked on quite a lot of times until it got to 7.8, which is very high when you consider the levels. So 7.8 got very high. Then the bells started ringing, and I said, "Hey, we've got to do something here." But unfortunately for me, when I did have my CT scan and my MRIs, it showed that I had something else in my bladder. So maybe it was a good thing that we had that, because I also had bladder cancer. So I couldn't go for the prostate treatment until the bladder cancer was dealt with. So what I'm trying to say to you is to prevent it is a regular visit to the doctors, maybe once a year, and just have your PSA count taken, and that will determine whether you need to go for further treatment or not. So I hope that's cleared it up for you, Clarence. Hi, Leo. How are you, buddy? I'm good. Yeah, so Clarence, I hope that's cleared it for you. I don't know what age you are now. Do you mind telling me? Hi, Leo. How are you? It's been a long time since we spoke. I know I've been in hospital, in and out, and various other things going on in my life. So, I've just decided to jump on here today and give people a bit of an update rather than me do a video and then go through the uploading and the editing, etc. You're 19, Clarence. Wow. You've got a long way yet. So don't go worrying about it yet. I would really worry when you're around about 40 years of age. Then go for your first check. And then do that annually for the rest of your life. And then you can prevent it. It's the only way you can prevent it from it getting worse. I was just a bit, I thought other things were happening in my body at the time. So I continued and just didn't care. So Leo, you too, buddy. When you get to that age of 40, please go to your doctor and have a prostate check, which is a PSA count. And then from then on in, you should be okay. Don't leave it too late. Don't be just like a normal guy saying, hey, I don't care. I'll be right, because sometimes your body is telling you something is wrong. And if you don't do anything about it, well, you can only blame yourself. And I blame myself. But I think I'm just about out of the woods now. I'm pretty close to being okay. But I still have this 4 more treatments to go, finishing on Thursday of next week. And then my 6-week checkup. So fingers crossed that will go. Leo, what is the cause of prostate cancer? There's so many causes that obviously can create prostate cancer. It's all dependent on your lifestyle and what you eat and how you keep yourself physically fit, etc. And also it's to do with your testosterone. And you know what testosterone does? Yeah, it keeps a man alive and makes him happy. But testosterone is produced, basically, the brain kicks it in and it's produced downstairs. But unfortunately, the cancer within the prostate loves testosterone. That's what keeps it alive and makes it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So as long as your testosterone is being produced and you have an enlarged prostate with a little bit of cancer cell in there, that cancer cell will just continue to grow. So yeah, it's important. And the physicians always say that when you're around 40 years of age, go and have a check. It's simple. It's just blood test, 2-3 days time, you get the results. And it's the best way of preventing it by keeping on top of it. Preventing and prostate cancer. What does prostate cancer look like? Well, when you have your MRI and your CT scan, the imaging shows up different things in your body, things that are not normal to what one would expect it to be. So I did put a video out on my channel showing an image of my prostate cancer during the MRI. It came up as a little white globule within the prostate itself. And I was pretty lucky because after a further MRI and so on and checkups, they found that my cancer within my prostate didn't get into the muscle or travel any further into the bone. If it gets into the muscle and then goes into the bone, then you've got major issues. A lot of the time, once it's gone in there, it becomes quite extreme. And then it takes a lot longer. And in some cases, people don't recover from it. So I was pretty lucky that it was detected at an earlier stage, but it was at a stage where it could possibly get worse had I left it alone. Yeah, Leo, I have taken a little bit of herbal medicine. A friend of mine gave me some butter, marijuana butter, and I tried it. And I'm not sure whether it helped, but it helped me relax and stop stressing over the whole thing. So I give it a try, and you know, I'm not quite sure whether it helped to cure what was down there, but it did make me feel a lot better and a lot more relaxed, during the process. Hey, look, Leo, I'm so sorry that your mum passed in cervical cancer. I know, I'm sorry, buddy. You know, I know what it's like. I've had family members that passed from it too. So, God bless you, bud. Just remember the good memories that your mum gave you. So for you, I would say if you can pass any information on to any other family members about male family members that are at that age, go and get a blood test, even though they say we can't afford it in the Philippines, go and do it. It's simple. It's not a very expensive exercise to be done. And just for the sake of doing that, you can save your life. When I first had it, I wasn't aware of the circumstances or the symptoms and things like that. But there were things happening to me. And I just put it down to me being me and, hey, my lifestyle and one thing and another. And I ignored it for well over a year. Yeah. So hence the reason for me still being here 2 years after. I want to come here for 10 days and I'm still stuck here for 2 years. But maybe I'll get back to the Philippines in and around sometime where in March, maybe April, depending on whether the borders are open. But I have to stay here until I get the all clear from, obviously, the people who know best. So anyway, Leo, how are you? Are you still doing your live streams? I haven't really been on, checking out people left, right, and center. So I don't know whether you're still doing your live streams or not. So yeah, when I'm a little bit better, I intend to do some myself, but I'll do them once I'm back over in the Philippines. So I want to do some aerial videos because I bought myself a beautiful drone, and I want to do some nice island hopping and do some beautiful panoramic ocean views and beach views, and you've seen them before on YouTube. Yes, she a great man, knows so much, and yeah, I understand you, Leo, because I talk to my mum, who's also passed, on a regular basis. I'm not saying every day, but I do talk to her on a regular basis, and yeah, my thoughts are always with her, and I know she's looking down, just like your mum will be looking down to you now. So you've got to cherish the times that you actually had with her, So yeah, so always remember your mum. Remember, she carried you for 9 months. She nurtured you for 9 months before you were born, and no doubt she was the one that cared for you and looked after you through your growing up periods until she left you. But yeah, your mum, you can only ever have one. Just like a dad, you can only ever have one. Yeah, I know I can do it, Leo. I will do it. I'm pretty strong. It's only times like this when I'm feeling a little bit down or a little bit weak because of the treatment. It's not because of me personally. It's just the treatment that does it physically to you. And yeah, it makes you, it affects people in different ways. You get people that do the treatment and they just come home, they sit down and they don't care, and all they want to do is sit down and eat and drink tea and eat biscuits and eat packets of chippies and munch. Well, it'll affect him a lot different because I keep myself active every day. I still work out for at least an hour a day, even though I'm feeling tired. I still get on with my life. You know, I try and divide myself and say, right, I have to do this, but I also have to do this. And this one here is my physical side. And this is what keeps me alive. And I want to keep that. And it keeps me nice and strong. Then I come back to the other side. Then I go and have my treatment. And once I've got my treatment, I know that every day it affects me. And it affects me in such a way that it puts me in a situation of tiredness and lethargy where I really don't want to do anything for maybe about 2 hours. But in my mind, I say, okay, after that 2 hours, I'm going to do something physical. And that's what I do. And you know, I feel quite good, you know, even though I feel tired and I have things happening, I feel good. Yeah. Exercise is a good thing and good food. Leo, I find that getting good amounts of vegetables a day, good amounts of fruit, good amounts of water, limited amounts of meat. I like my chicken. I like my chicken because chicken is good for you, good protein, and it's probably better than it is steak and pork because pork is fatty, etc., and so on. So I try and stick to those things: chickens, eggs, fruit, vegetables every day, and I blend them up and I make smoothies out of vegetables too. And you know, I've become quite a master of making vegetable smoothies and fruit smoothies with my protein powders and so on. I don't use milk in them. I only use water, and I use the fruits and the vegetables to give me that flavor. So as you know, milk is fattening, etc. So I'm trying to cut down on all the fats, and hence the reason for me just eating chicken as a meat. But yeah, it is good. And yeah, so this has been going on for a long time now, and we're getting closer to the end. And I'm really looking forward to the end of this. And then if I can just do my follow-ups in the Philippines every 6 months, go to the hospital in the Philippines and just get them to give me blood checks every 6 months and tell me how things are going. If they're going good, then I obviously stay there. But if they say that there's things going on that need to be dealt with, then I think I will come back to New Zealand to have that done over here rather than in the Philippines. Obviously, I have to weigh up the costs. Is it going to cost me 20,000 in the Philippines, 100,000 in the Philippines to have it done? Or is it going to cost me 2,000 to get it done over here? So, I mean, $2,000 as opposed to pesos. So I have to weigh those things up, plus the cost of flights and accommodation and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking forward to being back, and then I can get back into the full swing of things. Anyway, I notice I've got 4 million people in the house at the moment. That's great. Sorry, I haven't got any music going for you in the background. But I thought I only come on here just to do a quick update and really sort of leave it at that. But what was I trying to do there? Yeah. So I have spoken with Belle, my good lady, and everything is going well overseas. She's okay. She's good. You know, she's really coping with us a lot better. Hi, Joanna. How are you? Jonah, how are you? Belle's coping with it really well. You know, like I said, it's been 2 years that we have been apart now, all but 1 month. And I'm amazed. She's running the household. She's looking after our little girl. She's looking after the car, the motorcycle. She's doing everything over there that some things I should be doing myself. And I do kick myself for not being there. to do the man things, things that go wrong in the house. The water keeps dripping, the taps keep going or whatever, and things go wrong, and I'm not there to fix it. So yeah, I'm absolutely extremely happy that she is doing well. We've missed so many birthdays, we've missed Christmases, we've missed all those sort of things where we should celebrate, but we've been celebrating personally on here, Belle doing a video and, livey things so we can join in. Wow, Joanna, thank you so much. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me for becoming a new member, because as you can see, ever since I started my channel way back last year, I've donated $1 for every subscription that I've received, and all of that money I've sent back to Belle, and we've worked out who we're going to give that to. So it's always gone to a good cause, and I love it. The more, as you can see, Leo, my subscriptions have gone up, and no, I haven't been fishing. They've just been going up, and every time they go up, I put another $1 into the kitty to help people. So thank you so much, Joanna. I really do appreciate it, and it will go a long way to helping others. Thank you. Hi, Best Way, how are you? Mega love shout out to you too. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming along. So yeah, after this week, 6 more weeks of recovery, and fingers crossed that when I get my final checkup that everything's good, then I can start looking about getting overseas. Now, I'm going to tell you all, I'm not vaccinated. I'm not anti-vax. Certainly not anti-vax, but I'm not vaccinated. And the reason I'm not vaccinated is because I have a choice whether I do get vaccinated. I don't need vaccinations because way back in 1977, when I had my first flu jab, I nearly died. I got anaphylactic shock from that, and I was in hospital for 5 days. And the doctor said to me, don't ever take a flu jab again. So since 1970s, I have never got a cold. I've never got the flu. Yes, I've got allergies and various things like that, but I've never got colds and never got flus. Even though over here, the doctors advise that you get a flu jab every year, from the age of 50 onwards. I've never had them, and I've never had colds and flus. So my body tells me that I don't need to take something in that I'm not really aware of. Yeah, so where do I go from here? Well, this weekend, I've got this weekend off. No treatment this weekend, so I'm just sitting back and relaxing and just going to enjoy myself. The last couple of days, I've been feeling really tired, where I didn't want to talk to anyone or do anything. I just lay on my bed and, I just done my own thing and relaxed. And I think by doing that and let my body recover from all this radiation treatment that I've been getting, I feel good now. I actually feel good. So I hope that come Monday, I'm feeling even better. And then I can just get on with my last 4 treatments and then move on from there. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you so much for liking and sharing. I really do appreciate it. Byron, hi. Mega love shout out to you. How are you? Oh, I don't know about travel at the moment because, Byron, I've been going through this medical stuff where I've been getting treatment. So I'm trying to do one thing at a time and then move on to the next stage and the next stage, until I get there. So at the end of my treatment, and when I get my final clearance in 6 weeks' time, I hope it's clearance. I'm keeping positive about it. Then I'll look at what's happening in the Philippines, because I know right now the borders are closed. The borders are even closed to Pinoy wanting to return back home. So hopefully things will change. I think what we've seen in the last 2 years, this COVID stuff, I think it's going to peter out and everybody is just going to have to live with it. They're going to stop using it now as a political stunt to make people do what they want them to do because of control, etc. But for me, you know, I'm not taking it right now. I'm going to wait until later on, Byron. So yeah, that's where I stand at the moment. I know a lot of people have had it. I don't hold it against them for taking the vaccination or whatever. But for me, it's not for me right now because I've been going through a lot of medical stuff. I hope that cleared it up for you, Byron. And as I was saying earlier on, you know, since I started this channel, I've been putting in $1 for every subscription that I had. And I didn't expect it to go the way it has gone, even though I did do a lot of fishing at the beginning. I fished, obviously, as you do when you become a new member of the YouTube channel. You try to, you know, get there as quickly as possible and things like that. And so you do a little bit of fishing to see if you can increase your popularity and so on. And oh, you're in Oriental too. Yeah, same here. I'm from Dumaguete, Sibulan. That's where my house is, my car, everything else, and my, you know, family. And so, yeah. So, yeah, Sibulan, Dumaguete. Marisal, that is. Yeah, Byron. Yeah, I see that. I'm waiting. My doctor's going to call me on Monday about this exemption certificate because of what I've gone through. So we'll discuss that then. And maybe I will get an exemption certificate, but I don't know how that holds up. I don't know how that will hold up when I try to travel. Will the Philippines accept an exemption certificate if it's been issued to me from the medical fraternity? I don't know. Or will they still want a vaccination certificate to show that you've had at least 2 vaccinations? I don't mind when I get back to the Philippines staying in quarantine in a hotel for 6 days. I think it is now 6 days as opposed to 14 days, having all the checks and paying for the checks, paying for the hotels, etc. I don't mind doing that. So I don't know how that would fare up in the Philippines. Would they accept that if I showed them a exemption certificate? I don't know. I haven't seen anything online that says that they will, or any other country will accept a certificate. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe later on I'll do a little bit of Googling and find out how things go from there. But yeah, good thought. And it has been in the back of my mind. But as I say, I've been trying to get through all this treatment for this cancer I've been going through before I look at the next stage and then move on from there. Yeah. Marisol, are you from Negros Oriental, or are you asking me if I'm living in Negros Oriental? Please excuse my throat. It's a little bit dry, and it has been for the last few days, but it's just part of the the treatment I've been going through. So please excuse if I have to clear my throat every so often. Well, I'm here in New Zealand, and it's the middle of, well, getting to the middle of our summer. Today's been a little bit cooler. The other evenings have been extremely hot. Now, We get extreme heats here, as much as you do in the Philippines. But over here, we have the ozone. No, we don't have an ozone above New Zealand, so we burn from this heat, so we have to be very careful. Whereas when I'm in the Philippines, I can wander around and it's okay, you know. Byron, I am not vaccinated too because I have allergies. I'm not able to get vaccination. Yeah, I understand you. I understand you, Byron, about this vaccination thing and you having allergies, etc. But maybe you can also get an exemption from your doctor if you go to your doctor and they have a full record of your medical history. They should be able to issue you with a vaccination certificate, I think. I don't know. I'm only suggesting that maybe you should ask. Yeah, Byron. The cause of prostate cancer is not really defined in any way. It can have effects from the way you live, your lifestyle. Are you too energetic? Are you too lethargic? Are you just sit back, or you do whatever? You drink too much, or you might smoke too much. I don't smoke, and so on. But there's so many different factors, and sometimes it only starts off with an enlarged prostate. The prostate gets larger than normal. Then when it gets large, then obviously it restricts various things and it affects your urinary tract and so on. But I can only tell you what feeds it, and what feeds it is testosterone. Testosterone is what a man produces, for various activities, for strength and virility. It goes without saying. So testosterone is one of the main foods for prostate cancer. Once you've got the cancer, it loves testosterone. So as long as the male's body is building and building and building this testosterone up, then the prostate cancer is eating it and getting bigger and bigger. So that's in a simplified way of explaining it. Is it Kyle? Oh, you're online, Kyle. Good man. Nice to see you online, buddy. Kyle is the son of my friends who are not too far away from here, who I've been living with just prior to coming in to have my issue dealt with. So yeah, they're really, really nice friends. You couldn't ask for any more. And I'm going to be locating myself there again once I'm done here. So anyway, Carl, thanks for dropping in. Oh, by the way, yeah, well done for changing your timings. I think your timings for your driver test is a good move. And I think you'll agree with me. Is there any connection with sex? Well, the only thing I can say to you, Byron, about it is males in a man, they're sexually driven by testosterone. You see things, your brain takes over, your brain produces testosterone, and it puts it down to where it is needed for that purpose, in mind. So sex, not having sex, no, but it does produce to make sex more, how do we say it? More likely to happen. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm just going to go and grab myself a little bit to drink. I'll be right back. That's better. Not as dry in the throat now. So yeah, I got informed today that I've got 4 more days left of treatment. So I shall be out of here. Kyle, if you're still online, I shall be out of here on Thursday this week. I was going to call you guys up later on tonight and just let you know. But yeah, I feel better today. The last few days have been pretty awful, pretty tired, not wanting to do anything. But yeah, right now, little flies, little langow. Yeah, now I'm feeling a bit better today. This morning I was feeling very tired immediately after my treatment, and I've got this weekend off. Having said that, I've got this weekend off, but I've got one treatment tomorrow early, so I think everything should be fine come Monday. Oh, what was your, where, or should I say, where did your mum do the painting? Up in her ensuite or her wardrobe, walk-in wardrobe? Oh, my watch is telling me to get up and do some more exercise. Stupid watch. Yeah, I've done enough for today. Yeah, so how is it in the Philippines now, since the typhoon has gone through? Is there anybody there can keep me up to speed in her wardrobe? Okay. Not to worry, Carl. Anyway, Mum can do whatever she's doing currently, but I think once I'm over this and got over my tiredness and one thing and another, we'll get stuck into your room next. But maybe Mum's got other plans. So how are people coping now from after the typhoon Odette? I know you're on the cleaning in Marisol. Under cleaning, what do you mean? Are you cleaning up all the basura from the from the typhoon that's lying around, or is it just you under cleaning within your house, getting it fixed and getting it repaired and doing whatever? I know where we live, we just had a large tree blown down right on our front door, but unfortunately it demolished quite a lot of our beautiful plants that we had been growing for the last 4 years. Very expensive plants, Posteria and all these sort of things, and orchids, etc. But hey, it is what it is, and that is now cleaned up. Thank God that the car is okay. The car was undercover, and so was the motorcycle at the time, and it wasn't in the direct way of the gusts of wind that were coming through. But yeah, we suffered a bit of outage out there for quite a while, off and on a daily basis, while they were maintaining it and repairing, it in and around Dumaguete area. But now I believe they're okay, and now we're just subject to the normal weekend outages, as you know, Marisol. Mainly every Sunday they cut the power, and then you're sitting and you're cooking in the heat all day long. So I hope everything goes well for you, Marisol. And, I pray to God that, everything comes right for you guys. We've been helping a few people also, during this period of time, with various things like that, with food, etc., and baby care and needs and all that sort of thing. But that's where, obviously, any monies that I get through subscriptions or, joining my channel, etc., that all goes to helping others. And I hope really that we can get up and running again very soon and be able to help more people. It's I do my little bit by subscribing $1 for every subscription I get. And what I do is for every other member or person that joins my channel or makes a little donation of any sort of shape or form, it doesn't really matter. We ensure that it goes to those people that need it, especially today, the way things are going. I feel really sad for a lot of people over there because I know life was tough before the typhoon hit. And this cleaning up process and, and stress and anguish that people are going through today it saddens me, because I know I can see in my mind what people are having to go through to try and get back to some form of normality. It hurts me. It does hurt me, but I can't keep thinking about it every day because, it will just stress me out, and like it would do for a lot of people. So we try our best to help as much as we can. And I know Belle most days is out there trying to give what she can. I know she is because I see it when she contacts me on a regular basis on Messenger, etc. So yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough whole time, not just for me, but for people in general. With the COVID starting in 2020. Going through 21, which is, thank God, is behind us, and hopefully 22 is not going to be much the same as we've just suffered for the last 2 years. So I just wish everybody all the best. Byron, thank you so much for dropping in. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully we can catch up again shortly. And feel free, just ask me questions. It makes no difference. I really appreciate it because it gives me something to talk about. And if I can give you a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of something you can work on for your health in the future, then feel free. Anyway, take care for now, Byron. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah. So for me, 2 years has been a long, long time, but I think I've been pretty lucky in my life because I did just under 24 years in the British Army. Thank you, Byron. I look forward to it. Many thanks. 24 years in the British Army. So I think that made me accustomed to lots of things in life that people would not come across. But the one I'm really emphasizing now is that separation from your family. I left my family when I was pretty young. I was at the age of 15 when I left my family to go and join the army. But the first 2 years of the army at the age of 15 is like a selection process, a training process. And if you get through that 2-year period, then you move on to what we would call the regular army, the men's army, the grown-ups army, the real army. But you've gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of expertise like an apprenticeship prior to getting into the army. And when you manage to get through that, then life begins. But when you're in that regular army, a lot of the time you've got to spend time away from home and away from your family. That's inevitable. You know, you have conflicts that happen in life. Needless to say, wars and various things like that you have to go through and you have to contend with. Sometimes you're away for maybe only 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year. I'm going to say I was fortunate enough to be away for 1 to 3 times or 2-year tours. I say fortunate enough because I loved what I was doing. That was my job. I loved my job and I loved being away for that 2-year period, but I still hated being away from my family. But it was my job, and it was my job that was keeping my family where they were and giving my family a life, you know, my ex-wife and my 2 daughters. So I was doing it not only for myself. I wasn't, you know, I've got to say I was doing it for 2 reasons, and I can only say it this way. One, that it was my job, and it was my job before my wife met me. So she had to accept the fact that that's what I was doing, which she did do at the time, and it become basically accepted that I have to go here and I have to go there and be away. So what I was trying to say is the army taught me to be away from my family and not to stress too much over it, because some people can't cope with the distance, and they cannot deal with that separation and that anxiety of not being there with their family. I managed to deal with it because I accepted it, I understood it, and it gave me good groundings for where I am today. And having been away for 2 years from my family, I've worked it in a way that it is both good for Belle and baby and me, because we are still there on a day-to-day basis using what we're using today, video calls and so on. And Belle also understands that health comes first, which is a good thing for me also, is a good thing for me. And that 2 years has just flown by. My God, where has it gone? I can't believe that I've been here that long, but I have, and it's just flown by. And I'm coming to the end of all this now. And it's the next stage is getting back over seas to be with them. So yeah, it's pretty strange. Liliane, how are you? Hello. Thanks for dropping in. Where are you from? Can I ask? Liliane, where are you from? Yeah, so yeah, I'm feeling good in that I've only got a few more days to do, and I'm feeling tired. Yeah, I'm feeling really tired, but I'm happy. I'm really keen. I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting back to where I was before. I'm still reasonably fit, even although the testosterone levels are not there, because I had to take an implant in my stomach, which cuts down my testosterone. And obviously, you end up putting weight on because it's a hormonal thing. But I'm looking forward to getting rid of that, getting back to the gym and working out as good as I can. Wow. Philippines. Can I ask where in the Philippines? Elian, where in the Philippines? I'm from Dumaguete, Sibulan, which is just outside Dumaguete. I've been there for, well, I lived there for over 5 years before I come back here for all this treatment that I'm going through. And I've been here 2 years. So technically 7 years living there, because I've still got the apartment there and family and the car and everything else. So that's where I intend to go once I'm done here. Just one moment. Hello, I'm actually doing a livey at the moment. Join me on my live. Yeah, good. I'm doing a livey now. Yeah. Sorry guys, I won't keep you too long. Yeah, join me on my live. Okay, I'll see you there. All right. Thanks. So just a friend of mine. So hopefully my friend will pop in. The foot of my own in Legazpi. Yeah. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't been there. How is it then? How did the typhoon affect you? I know that Cebu got devastated. You know, Leyte, Cebu, Negros, where we live, got affected quite a bit. But how did it affect you there in Albay? Yeah, so one more treatment for me tomorrow morning, and that's it. That's out the way, and then it's just a matter of looking forward to my last 4 treatments. It's been a long road, a very, very long road to get to this stage, but I'm happy there. My hair's been falling out, but I'm happy with the way it is. It's not gone totally gray yet, but maybe at a later stage. Hey, Bing. Wow. Bing, bing, bing. Salamat po. Thank you very much. Mega love shout out to you too. Thanks you very much for becoming a member. I will check your channel out later on and do the same. How are you doing? How's Hong Kong? How's this Chinese rule over there? I see that the Chinese in Hong Kong now are putting the foot down and stopping people from talking about freedom and things like that, and marching people through the streets. How is it affecting you, Bing? Yeah, so yeah, it's a funny old place, isn't it? The world today, you know, this last 2 years, because of the stupid virus and the way people are using it and abusing it for their own means and their own financial benefits, as our governments do, it's crazy. It's just turning into a crazy world. But what I say to most people is, hey, do what you have to do. Stay strong. Just do not be influenced to do something that you really don't want to do. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong. Remember, it's your choice. And the way I look at things is, when people make a choice, be it this or be it that, it doesn't affect, as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care about their choices, because with every choice, there is a consequence to that individual. And the consequences to that individual doesn't affect me. So I don't fall out with people because they've done this or they've done that, because it has nothing to do with me. I just let them get on with their own life. And that's how I like people to leave me, to let me get on with my own life and make my own conscious decisions, because, you know, my conscious decisions also come with consequences. Good, right, bad, wrong, you know, but we make choices in life. Sometimes we regret them, and sometimes they work out for us in a way that we're really happy. But anyway, I don't care whether people have taken the vaccination or not. It means nothing to me. Everyone to their own. Where are we? Will not. What? Okay, don't comment about it. That's fine. The virus has got you again. You mean this new one, this Omicron, or is it another new one that's come out? I don't know, because I really don't watch the news and worry about what the news tells you, the mainstream media. I don't care, because I think a lot of the times they actually just lie to you and they only tell you what you really need to know. So, you know, I've got very close friends that are vaccinated and they don't mind me being unvaccinated at the moment because they understand my situation. I've got to get through all this before I move on to the next stage and do the vaccination stuff and so on. So, yeah, anyway. Kyle, you're absolutely right. Every day as it happens, every day, because you may go to sleep one night thinking that tomorrow morning you're going to be doing a certain thing, and then other things happen in your life which detract you from that completely. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Every day as it happens, only worry about it on the day and when it happens. Yeah, I really feel for the people, Belian. I really feel for them in the Philippines because of this stupid, devastating bloody typhoon. You know, you've got that one, and then you got the one that hit them back in 2013. Was it again? It just seems to be a never-ending cycle, but it happens around the world. You know, we have typhoons in the Philippines. Over here, we have cyclones. In the northern hemisphere, they have hurricanes. They're all the same sort of thing. They're all the same thing, but they've just got different names depending on where they are in the hemispheres. So yeah, I feel sorry for people that are extremely affected. We got hit, but it wasn't extremely bad. It was bad enough to create havoc for us over there, and you know, for a few days. But you know, there was no deaths, there was no damage. Everybody was fine, and I really, really appreciate people, you know, that fight to get through this and help other people. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit sleepy too, Bing. Believe me, I'm tired. I only come on here for a little while, but I understand your situation. Yeah, Omicron. Yeah, it's hitting everybody all around the world, and it's something I believe that we're going to have to live with. It's never going to go away. Yes, it's there. The virus is there, but it's never going to go away. It's just like the cold, the annual cold and the annual flus. We live with that all the time now. So we have to learn really to live with it. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where the world is going from here, but I know what I intend to do. I have my own thoughts in mind, and it's going forward, and it's going forward in a positive way, because I don't know if you heard, Bing, but I'm going to have 4 more treatments to do from Monday, and that's me. And then I have more checkups in 6 weeks' time. But really appreciate you joining the channel. I really do, because that doesn't only help me, but it helps other people that I've told you about in the past. Yeah, I'm getting better, but I'm starting to feel all the effects, Bing, now. You know, various things happening in my body now, which they say is normal, like this horrible dry throat now that I've got, and I'm going to have every day for a good while, because it's going to take about 6 weeks after treatment, minimum of 6 weeks, for this radiation to come out the body before I can really get back to normal. I'm on some hormonal treatment, which I'm going to speak to the specialists about on Monday. And I want to see if I can come off that, because if I don't need it, then I'm going to come off it, because I really want to fight this myself and get better quicker rather than later. But otherwise, my body is okay. It's just all the effects from the treatment. Billian, I take it you're part of the cruise ship industry, are you? From your little comment there. I know the cruise ship. I've heard that there's one cruise ship at the moment somewhere in the world that's got X amount of people on there that are suffering from it. But as I said, it's going to happen, and it will happen no matter what. Where you've got a congregation of people, it will happen. And fact of life, we just have to learn to live with it, just like we do with the colds and flus. And that's my train of thought. Other people may think differently, but it's okay. That's entirely up to them. That's in their individual interpretation of what's happening. And I have mine. I don't hold it against them, and I hope they don't hold it against me, because I do acknowledge that it exists. But I won't get too far into it, because then it becomes a little bit more political and people get rather hot under the collar because I say one thing and they don't believe me and they disagree with me. So I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, right. Yeah, Billy Ann, I have only got the 4 more treatments, so only time will tell now. I will have a bit of a briefing on Thursday from the doctors and nurses that have been tending to me and telling me how it looks like inside now. So yeah, I'll just we'll go from there. But I've got a bit of a positive mind, and I always have had a positive mind all the way through. It just depresses you at times, but you tend to overcome that eventually. And then the negatives really turn into positives. And as long as you're getting more positives out of those negatives on a daily basis, then you're on the trip home, and it works. It works for me. And I watch other people around me that have been having similar sort of treatments to me, and they just don't have that positive attitude, but I can see they're suffering more. So I think mind over matter does work. Anyway, we're getting pretty close to me having to go and take some medication now and so on. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and thanks to everybody that's looked in. And I really do appreciate those that have joined the channel today, because even that little amount of money will go a long, long way to helping others, I can assure you. So thank you so much for that. And I just wish you all a wonderful weekend, and stay safe, and God bless you all. Thanks for looking in. Take care. Bye-bye.